Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel and spending some time with me today. And guys, we're going to have a little conversation about, I think, one of the most underappreciated and undervalued aspects of bass fishing, and that is the therapy involved with working on your tackle before you go fishing. I think it's a critical element to success for a lot of different reasons. So we're going to go over into that today, sort of give you guys some tips and advice on how I like to do it personally. And also, guys, just a couple of quick reminders. I'd like to invite anyone out there, anyone is interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me. You can do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blockett Professional Angler, and just shoot me a private message. And also, please check out my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. Tackle Warehouse has a bunch of good spring sales right now. If you guys want to check some out and get some tackle through my link, it's a good way to support the channel, so I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, one of the most satisfying parts about bass fishing to me, even it doesn't matter if you're just fun fishing or if you're tournament fishing. Tournament fishing, it's a little bit more funner. Is the process of working on your equipment, getting ready to go fishing. Now, I think there's a lot of benefits to this that go beyond the obvious. A lot of people don't realize. The first of all, the most obvious one, before we get into the inobvious, is just the organization and efficiency. If you take time to organize and arrange and prepare your gear correctly, not only if you have a clean, organized boat, I think it takes that much more or less that you have to think about as far as other than catching fish. It feels better if you're organized. It's quicker if you have to make an adjustment or if you have to change up stuff, you know exactly where it's at. You don't have to be fumbling around. So there's something to be said for organized and clean and efficient, just from a sort of a surface level there that anybody can really understand. But more importantly, the thing that I like to do, it's like when I'm working on my equipment, or say I'm tying lures on, or I'm packing a tackle box, or spooling up line, the whole process that I'm doing while I do that is I'm thinking about what I'm getting ready to do fishing. It's like every time that I organize my boat and organize my tackle for a tournament or to fun fishing, I'm sort of mentally fishing the lake even before I get there. I think about where I'm going to go, and I think about the techniques. If I'm rigging up a jig or a spinnerbait, I'm thinking about the type of setup I need for the conditions I'm going to go. I try to think about what conditions I'm going to be faced with at the tournament. And I'm just thinking about fishing the whole time. I'm thinking and preparing. I'm mentally there. I'm mentally on the lake, even though I'm in my boat working on tackle with that. So that to me is one of the biggest overlooked aspects with that. The second with it is like there's something to be said for just having your hands on your equipment. So this is sort of a hard one to explain, but it's like the more that I handle my tackle, whether the lures, rod and reel, all that type of stuff, it's just like you develop some type of a connection with that, and I think a lot of people out there that fish a lot understand what I'm talking about. That's why I've never understood some of the well-known pros out there. They used to like have helpers that they hire to come with them. Then they would rig up their baits and all that type of stuff. I never did understand that because you lose that connection with it. But take some time, guys. It's like one of the most, it's part of the process in fishing. It's like, everybody seems to be focused on the end result, but one of the things you're going to find out about bass fishing is a big part of the enjoyment in bass fishing is the process you go through to go fishing. It's not just the actual fishing, it's the anticipation and getting ready and preparing. All that type of stuff. Take some time to savor it because there's value to that. And one of the most rewarding, satisfying things to me as a tournament fisherman. I'll give you a prime example. Let's say for example, we've had the first day of the tournament and I'm doing pretty good in the tournament. Say I'm, sitting in the top, 20, 25, 30 or whatever. That night when I start working on my tackle, I may pull up underneath a shade tree or something like that with my boat, get me something to drink, sit in the boat. And it's therapeutic. I can't explain it. It's just like getting ready, touching your tackle, messing with your tackle, organizing with your tackle. It is healing as a fisherman. It's the best way I can explain it. So point of the video, guys, is don't underestimate the value of just working on tackle. Organizing your boat, organizing your fishing tackle, get everything neat and organized and clean, and it's a good thing to do, man. It'll help your fishing out. It helps you mentally, and it's just a big part of the process that I use in my fishing. So, anyway, hope it helps out, guys. We'll talk later.